Hey, Tim Brewster coming at you again with our golf series. Today we're going to talk about golf power and how we unlock the golf power. There was a great piece a few weeks back on the day of the Masters opening about Rory McIlroy on Sports Science. And if you haven't seen that, I'd recommend you Google it. It's similar to what we write about here at Train Boston. Anyway, we looked at two major things. Number one, as we've talked about in our series, we look at can your body get in the right position to hit a good golf swing. It starts with pelvis and thoracic turn. In all the writing that you're going to see we put out, we talk about these factors. One is that pelvis needs to turn 45 and 45. Number two, we talked about our shoulders need to turn 90 and 90 for a total of 360. So we're looking at, number one, can this person, how much turn do they have and the difference between those 2 points? They got a 45 turn back with a 90-degree turn. Gives us a difference of 45 degrees. Really good golfers that have a lot of power in the swing tend to have even bigger ranges on those. Some will have, instead of 45, 50, 55, and some will have a thoracic turn instead of being just 90, 100, 110. And that extra range gives them more power. The problem with that is we've also got to time that power out. So just because you have more motion doesn't mean you're going to gain more power. So I want to talk about that, which we'll continue in our series. The other major thing I want you to think about is rotational power. When they looked at that report, you talk about like Rory McIlroy, who has a fairly average turn. I think it was like 45 and 90 on his turn. But there's also rotational speed of turn. The average golfer in that 360 turn from here to here literally goes 360 degrees per second. The really good touring pros average 550 per second. Rory, who had average turn, actually had 700 per second. So the two major factors we want to talk about once we build a good golf base on you is how much turn you have in your hips and shoulders, and then number two, how much speed that you have turning those 2 points. And of course the other main factor is can you time it all out? Because you can have both attributes, but you also still got to hit the ball. We hope you've enjoyed today's tips, and we look forward to working with you week to week. Continue to follow us weekly at trainboston.com.